This is the legend of Erec Enide. Erec was the son of King Lac, and also one of the brave knights of King Arthur's court. Erec had fallen in love with the daughter of a poor family. Erec fought and won in a tournament to defend the beauty of his beloved. After the tournament, Erec took Enide back to his home in Cardigan. Because Enide was raised in poverty, she was very happy that Erec married her. Erec and Enide were so madly in love that they spent every waking hour with each other. One day Enide heard the other knights talking about how Erec was disregarding his knightly duties by spending all of his time with her. Enide became very upset, feeling as though Erec's inactivity was her fault. Erec heard Enide crying and persuaded her to tell him what was bothering her. She admitted that she overheard what the other knights said. However, Erec misunderstood her. In order to redeem himself, Erec told Enide that they were to venture on a journey together in which he would prove his bravery. Erec ordered Enide to ride ahead of him on her horse and not speak a word to him. Enide kept disobeying when she would see danger ahead so that she could warn Erec. Erec scolded her for her lack of trust in his ability. After one day on their journey, the couple met a squire in the woods, who led them to the castle of Count Galon. The count was courteous to Erec upon arrival, but lusted after Enide. Galon tried to seduce Enide, who was aware of his intentions. Enide feared Galon might harm Erec, so she tricked him into thinking that she felt the same way. She promised to marry him if he killed her husband in the morning. Galon immediately agreed. Enide woke Erec and told him of Galon's intentions. This is when Erec realized that Enide was faithful to him. The couple left the castle in the morning to escape Galon. When Galon discovered they had left, he was enraged that Enide had made a fool of him. He ordered 100 of his men to chase the couple. Enide yet again warned Erec of the men pursuing them, which he once again scolded her for. Erec turned around and killed the leader of the group. Then he seriously wounded Galon, who had foolishly not worn any armor. Erec and Enide then fled the scene into the forest. Along their journey, Erec came across Sir Kay of the Round Table, who did not recognize who Erec was. Kay challenged Erec, resulting in Erec unhorsing Sir Kay. Erec had recognized Kay and his horse that belonged to Sir Gawain. Erec commanded Kay to return the horse to Gawain. When Kay got back to King Arthur's castle, he told the king of his and Erec's encounter. King Arthur ordered his nephew to find Erec and Enide and invite them to the castle. Even though Erec was wounded, he refused to go to the king's castle until nightfall. Gawain cleverly sent a squire to tell the king to set up a camp close to where Erec and Enide were so that he could make the couple sleep at the camp. Arthur and Guinevere cordially welcomed Erec and Enide, and Arthur's sister, Morgan Le Fay, healed Erec's wound with her ointment. Arthur pleaded with Erec that he stay longer to let his wounds heal completely, but Erec refused to rest more than one night. In the morning, him and Enide left the camp. Further along their path, they heard a cry from a damsel. Erec went to investigate, and he came across a damsel who had told him that her husband was captured by 2 giants. Erec promised to help. He found the knight, who had been brutally beaten by the giants. Erec challenged the giants, and after a long battle, killed them. He returned the knight to the damsel. Although Erec had defeated the giants, he received a severe wound which made him lose consciousness on his way back to Enide. Enide was overwhelmed with grief. Because Erec hadn't returned, she thought he was killed. She was about to kill herself with his sword when a count arrived and took the sword away from her. The count told Enide he would find her husband's body and take them back to his castle to have the body buried. Count Oringal told Enide that she was the most beautiful woman in the world, and that he wanted to marry her, even if it was against her will. Enide of course rejected the count, but she didn't have a choice. During the wedding ceremony, Enide kept crying that she wanted to die with her husband. Count Oringal became enraged and struck Enide. Erec regained consciousness when he heard Enide crying and the count yelling at her. Erec got up and struck off Oringal's head. The wedding guests thought a demon had entered Erec's body and fled from the church. Erec and Enide got on one horse and rode away from the castle. Erec apologized for testing Enide's loyalty to him and told her how much he loved her. And that's the story of Erec and Enide.
created using Powtoon.